Hey guys, I'm Curtis with Wander with the Workmans, and over the last couple of weeks we've been retracing our steps and we've made it back to where it all began in terms of our exploration of the great state of New Mexico. We are at Navajo Lake State Park. Now, going back all the way to when we began our full-time adventures, one of the conversations that Havilah and I had was where to spend the winter. Now, through some of her research, we discovered that in terms of affordability and access to an entire state park system, the New Mexico Annual Camping Pass is amazing. It's quite possibly the best camping pass or state parks pass in the entire country. Now, we did an entire video on the logistics of this pass and how we use it in our travels, and if you'd like to check out that video, I'll leave a link in the description below. But we're back kind of where it all started, because as we came south, this was the first state park that we hit, and this is where we purchased that state parks pass. And so it sticks out in our mind for those reasons. But this is a park well worth checking out as a one-time exploration into the state of New Mexico, or as a place to jump off for your travels. The first notable thing about Navajo Lake State Park is its size. Now, if you look at another New Mexico state park, like say Rockhound near Deming, New Mexico, that park has 25 to 30 campsites. Navajo Lake State Park has 244 campsites spread across 7 different camping loops. Amongst those 244 campsites, 11 of them are water and electric sites with 50 amp service. 8 of them are true full hookup services with 30 amp electric service. 45 of them are water and electric sites with 30 amp service, and 41 of them are electric only sites with 30 amp service. In terms of the other standard amenities, Navajo Lake State Park meets the standard. There are dump stations spread throughout the park, so they're actually convenient. You don't have to go to a central location. There are a couple of them you can choose from. Each and every one of the camping loops has what they call a comfort station in New Mexico, and that is your bathhouse / restroom facilities. They also offer trash service throughout the park. There are cans just spread all over the place, which is great because it keeps the litter down substantially. But there are also central trash stations where you could take larger bags of garbage and that kind of thing. And there are 6 loops that are kind of centrally located. They all funnel into the same place, and at that central location they have a playground, and this playground is geared towards 5 to 12-year-olds. It's very nice, very well maintained, and practically brand new, so something for the kids here as well. Now, in terms of other amenities, you have to talk about Navajo Lake State Park in 2 ways, because there is the area here on the lake above the dam, and there are the usual things that come with being next to such a large lake. You can boat in all of its shapes and forms. You can use personal watercraft. You can use unmotorized watercraft. You can fish. You can swim. You can scuba dive, and you can even hike around the edge of the lake. They also have actually 2 marina systems here. Here at the main gate there is the marina itself, which offers boat launching, slip rental, buoy services if you have a larger houseboat, that kind of thing. There's also a convenience store and a restaurant here, and they offer fuel. So if you're into boating or you're into fishing, all of that is here. One of the 7 loops is Sims Mesa Campground, and it is actually separate from the rest of the main park. It is on the far side of the lake. But it does offer a convenience store, fuel station, boat launching, slip rental, all of those kinds of things as well. And so it's a little bit farther out. It is about a 45 minute to an hour long drive away from the main gate of the park, but it does get you on the other side of the lake, so you can access different water if you're looking for that, and it is a little bit more private than the larger campground here. but be aware that it is a distance away from the main gate, and there are two routes. One is about an hour long, the other one is 45 minutes long, but it is over some pretty rough roads, so you have to be kind of adventurous to get there as well. Talking about the second half of this park is below the dam. Off the face of the dam and for about 5 miles is the San Juan River. The San Juan River is a big river system, but this particular 5-mile stretch is world-renowned for its fly fishing opportunities. The state of New Mexico has declared it quality water, so there's special regulations to preserve that fishery. But if you are inclined towards fishing, and especially fly fishing, this is kind of a Mecca, Vatican City, Salt Lake City kind of place. It is a pilgrimage site, and it is literally world-renowned for its fishing. The nice thing is with your camping permit, whether it's the annual permit or just a one-time use permit, you're able to use the day use areas that are sporadically spread along that 5-mile stretch of river as part of your pass. Now, if you're not inclined to fishing, the San Juan River is still great. There is the San Juan River Trail, which is 4.4 miles of dedicated trail to go out wildlife viewing and see the stunning vistas here. In fact, during my time here, even though I do like to fish and spend a lot of my time doing that, I've also been able to watch ducks, geese, heron, raccoons, deer. In fact, when I was in a slump of not catching anything, I watched a heron try and catch a fish probably about 8 inches long and then get into a fight of sorts with a raccoon who was trying to steal this catch. Ultimately, the fish got away and the raccoon didn't get anything and the heron didn't get anything, but it was great wildlife viewing and a lot of fun. Also in the area is the community of Navajo Dam. Now, this is a small little town that you will pass through as you drive into the main gate. And there you will find a couple of tackle shops, a couple of restaurants, a place to get fuel, and they even have a campsite there where you can stay just in the community area rather than coming up to the state park. So Navajo Dam will get you can get your ice, you can get your water, you can get your beer, that kind of thing, if that's what you're into. It is worth noting that water is available throughout the park as well, so that may not be something you need to get down in town, but if you like your bottled water, it is available down there, as well as a couple of places to go out to eat if you're tired of cooking for yourself. So there's things to do here on the lake, and then there's things to do down there on the river. There are a lot of opportunities and a lot of options for you here at Navajo Lake State Park. You're also about 30 minutes away from Farmington, which that kind of metroplex is Farmington, Bloomfield, Aztec, which they have all of the amenities of a large city. There's a couple of Walmarts, there's a Target, all of the chain restaurants that you come to expect from a bigger city, as well as some local flair as well. You can find very nice local restaurants and that kind of thing. One thing to note in that area, of course, is Aztec National Monument. Aztec National Monument is a place where you can go view ruins from an Aztec town and take in some history there. It's a very unique experience, and I highly recommend Aztec Ruins National Monument. Things to be aware of when coming to Navajo Lake State Park. First of all, while most of the campsites are level, this is relatively hilly territory, so you may have to use a few blocks to get yourself perfectly level. Now, a lot of the campsites have a level pad, but then slope off dramatically towards the end. And so while your tires may be level, you're going to have to stretch quite a ways to get your stabilizer jacks down to the ground. We have a few extra blocks, and so we just built it up a little bit, no problem. But that is something to keep in mind. Make sure you have your blocks when you come here to Navajo Lake State Park. The other thing to keep in mind is this place is incredibly busy during the summer. It's about 1,000 feet higher than that Farmington, Bloomfield area, and it is next to water. So especially during the summer, this is where a lot of people like to come and cool off. And it is the major lake in the area that allows motorized watercraft, so boat owners like to come here on the weekends as well. A couple of tips for that. First of all, if you are looking at coming here on a weekend, then definitely avail yourself of the New Mexico State Parks website and their reservation system. If you can at all possibly do it, come in probably Monday through Wednesday. If you can get here then, it tends to empty out during the weekdays. So that's another way to get a site if you're not inclined to make reservations and plan that far ahead. But do note that it is incredibly busy. Also, on that note, the campsites here are closer together than you might find in other state parks or in a dispersed or boondocking kind of situation. So do know that you are going to be close to your neighbors. And the last thing to note is that in the shoulder seasons, as we were here in the fall and we're now here in the spring, they do consolidate their services. So they'll leave one bathroom facility open, or a comfort station open, but then they'll close the other 5 or 6 so that they don't have as many opportunities for pipes freezing and that kind of thing. And so if you are here during the shoulder season, give them a call. And I got to say, the staff here is incredibly friendly, like outgoingly friendly. And so they're willing to help you. But give them a call and find out, did you leave the A loop bathroom open? Did you leave the B loop bathroom open? That way you can kind of find your campsite a little bit closer to the open facility if you're here during the shoulder seasons. So that's Navajo Lake State Park, you guys. Again, it's a park that sticks out in our mind for our own reasons, but I guarantee when you come here, it will stick out in your mind for your own personal reasons as well. If you guys have been here already and want to share some of those memories, please leave them in the comments section below. Love to hear about those things, because if we come back here, maybe catch something different we hadn't experienced. So take a moment and share those experiences with us. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. In the meantime, you guys, if you haven't done any of those YouTube-y things, please do those. They help us out a ton, and those are things like share, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, the notification button, that kind of thing. Also, if you'd like to keep up with us on a more spontaneous basis, we are on Instagram. We are Wander with the Workmans on Instagram. We're also on Facebook now. You can find us at facebook.com/Wander with the Workmans, and you can also find us by searching Wander with the Workmans on Pinterest as well. In the meantime, you guys, we'll catch you down the road.